Hello beautiful people, welcome to another video. So in today's video we are going to be making some simple snacks for the week. So if you don't already know, yes, we are big bags, and me and my sister especially. So sometimes like in the week you get really hungry and there isn't like much to eat. Let's say the things that were for breakfast are already gone and it's the evening and you're hungry and you don't also have a lot of time to bake stuff. So I decided, why not just make these snacks on a Saturday so that we can have them throughout the week and enjoy them. The first thing we started off with was oatmeal cookies, and for some reason I thought, let me just do it my own way. I don't need to check a recipe so that I can share the recipe with you guys. And of course I messed up so many times. Like I had already combined the wet ingredients before adding some spices. Then later on I had already arranged them on a baking sheet and remembered I had forgot to put any margarine. So I would just say, let this be your sign that mistakes happen in the kitchen and that's okay. You don't have to be perfect at everything to try. And also remember to write a list of the things you need, or at least watch a recipe so that you don't mess up. But anyway, the cookies turned out amazing and I would rate them like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I will try my best to list down the ingredients for you guys, because like as you can see, the dough was kind of sticky and you can't really touch it because the wet ingredients was slightly more than I would have wanted, but it turned out good. And also I don't really measure stuff that well, which is so different from my mom who measures literally everything.
Today it feels kind of hot. A little bit unpredictable. Papa anajua the pizza. Wow, wait.
What is happening?
Simple cookies, recipes, and hospitality with Clara.
For this next cookie recipe, I decided to search up my mom's easy delicious cookie recipe. And by the way, if you want to check it out, it's on my mom's channel, Recipes and Hospitality with Clara. So it's just the basic vanilla, I think, cookie recipe, but we didn't have any vanilla at the time, so we used strawberry instead. Another thing is we didn't add a full egg because we didn't have much egg, so we used half an egg for the recipe. And one more thing I would add is, if you're doing this recipe, then make the dough a little soft, like I guess malleable in a way, because ours was pretty hard and the cookies, because they use oil, were a little bit more crunchy than I would have wanted. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but as an older sister, when I am baking with my sister, it's kinda hard to let her do stuff in the kitchen. It's mostly she's just standing there and watching me do everything, because I feel like she won't do the stuff nicely, and I'm kinda training myself to let her do some things, though it's still hard for me. Anyways, so here I was making the cinnamon roll dough. Again, it's on my mom's channel, but this time I halved the recipe. So her recipe was 2 cups of flour, I used 1 instead, and I was just like, now that we don't have many eggs, I could just make it eggless. But I feel like I could have added a little more sugar, either in the mixture you apply on it later on or in the dough, because they were kinda more salty than sugary, I would say.
This one is usually when it comes to
So now the cookies were ready and we are just removing them. So I'll try and list them down in the description below, like all the recipes we did, so that you guys can try them out and enjoy. So even if we are baking to enjoy these goodies over the week, it's also a fun activity to do, like with your siblings, by yourself. It's calming, and also it's something that is way better than like scrolling on the phone or something. And it's also pretty therapeutic, and if you're doing it with someone else, it's also a fun activity to do together and a way to bond. So right now I am just washing up some jars so that we can keep them and store them. And if you are going to be doing this, then I think about maybe 4 days they can just stay on the shelf or something, and then from there you can put them in the fridge. But currently it's the 5th day and they're still on the shelf and they still taste okay, because I think now that it's dry, it's not very easy for them to get spoiled. The next thing we're going to be doing is working on the cinnamon roll dough, and I kind of realized that it hadn't really risen this first time. It just looked the same, but I was just like, you know what, it's evening, I'm just going to do it anyway. So I rolled it out, and because as I said I was making mini cinnamon rolls, I rolled it out really thin and long, and then mixed up half a tablespoon of marge and added half a teaspoon of cinnamon, mixed the mixture up and applied it there. Then I rolled it up and cut it into 8 pieces. They could have even been smaller if you wanted them to be literally bite-sized pieces, but I didn't want them extremely small, so I did 8. For this recipe, I decided to use the stovetop, not the oven, to bake them, and they burnt, and I'm not really sure why. Probably it's because the pan is light. I'm still not very sure, but they still turned out nice and we enjoyed them. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some new recipes to try. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.